get this job done.
What's up, Nick? This lot is tight. So we are in Grand Canyon Village, I think it's called. No, I'm just playing a game, Carl. Put a different engine in this today. I think it was a Cat. I don't know which one, but so much lower than the DD60. Yeah, Cheddar, it's come pretty far. I see some old school Sims on Instagram, you know, from like 30 years ago. Pretty crazy. Any of my regular viewers in here notice the difference with the engine? This is terrible. Sounds like a quiet, modern-day car. You need a driver if I want to drive a real truck? No thanks, I appreciate it. Maybe post that job offer on LinkedIn or one of those sites. I mean, Amazon just laid off, what, like 20, 30,000 people, so it's gotta be drivers looking for work. Thank you, Beely. You could build one for pretty cheap, Michael. I mean, my setup was a bit expensive, only because of the parts I'm using, but you could probably spend a quarter of what I spent to get something that looks... Sharp turn here. Exactly like this. Compared to driving a real truck, how does it rank? I don't know. I've never driven one either. Poor guy can't get his CDL. You might be right. I never tried. Sure, with a little trucker's driver ed, though, I probably could. So, Landon, the way I float and the gear setup I have, no, is definitely not realistic. I don't use the Eaton Fuller style. I keep it simple with the range plus splitter. So it's just 1 to 6 split, 7 to 12 range, 13 to 18. So I have to put some practice into the Eaton Fuller 18s. I do FaceTime. I have a 360, what is that? Peterbilt 362 cab over. I was actually in that yesterday when I streamed. I switch back and forth. I think I'm going to start switching, you know, trucks per stream instead of like switching a midstream sometimes. I'll do a Freightliner one day, a Peterbilt, cab overs. Not only that, Nate, not just my virtual CDL. I'm also an F-18 pilot, and I'm a race car driver. Oh, and I also have, I'm an engineer as well for trains. I have a train controller too, so. Soundbar, I do, well, so I used to have the Logitech Z906 surround sound with the sub and what, 5 speakers? Yeah. And I just swapped that out for the Audio Engine A5 Plus, I think it's called. I didn't buy the sub though. I should have, I still might. We're trying to clean things up a little bit. Less wires, less of a mess. And to be honest, I mean, the audio engines compared to the surround sound, not much of a difference. I mean, nothing noticeable, you know, for me. Also, this particular truck, well, this engine I put in here is terrible. So I'm going to swap it out once I get this dropped off. I don't even feel like I'm driving a truck. It's amazing what the sound packs and the engines, the difference is. Do I know what grass is? D-Money? So what's your implication? That I don't leave my house because I play a video game for an hour a day and I don't touch grass? I was watching, Johnny, you're having your lunch. I was watching this guy on YouTube the other day as like process. I think he's in Europe somewhere. And he's in a cab over, so it's a little bit smaller. It doesn't have much storage. Pretty wild though. You know, what some of these guys, the truckers, go through and what they do. I mean, he had a frying pan. He would cook full meals in there. Got to give them a lot of respect though, right? Because without people doing that sort of stuff, I mean, we wouldn't have the things we have, right? So, Mac, my setup was a little expensive. I do have a video up with all the parts and pricing. But like I tell everybody, don't worry about what I paid. I just have a lot of gear that you don't need. And you can build something that looks exactly like this for probably a quarter of what I spent. Would I like to be a truck driver in real life? Whoa, 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 gotta pay attention. No. I have a career, I have a job. This is only a hobby. Oh, Doug, what a waste of time, he says. I mean, subjective. Seems that you're swiping through lives harassing people. I find this to be a bit more productive than that. But hey, you know, to each their own, right? What's up, Kentucky? How you doing? It is not on Xbox, Chris. PC only. I only have an Xbox logo here because this Fanatec wheel works for both Xbox and PC. And the closest game I know of on Xbox, I think, is called something On the Road. But I haven't heard great things about it. So you might want to do some YouTube research first. All good, Kentucky. Busy today. It's about like a half hour late for stream. Got stuck on a call. Aaron, what's the cost for everything? It all varies. It's easier, like I said, just go to my TikTok profile. I have a video from last week, maybe 6 or 7 videos ago. It's about 1.5 minutes long, and I have every single part on here listed, sorted out by manufacturer, and every individual price, today's pricing. I didn't use the pricing I paid, 6 months, a year ago. You want to be an ice road trucker? Yeah, I watched that show before. I mean, that seems pretty cool and intense, especially when they're going over what might not be frozen lakes, I suppose. Definitely scary and risky. That watch is sick. What? My Apple Watch? This is just an old Apple Watch. I think it's like 2 versions ago. All right, we are here. I'm not sure, BK. I don't know if I've ever gone through the Rocky Mountains, to be honest. Do you need a gaming PC for it? Not necessarily.
You have arrived at your
I see a lot of people play this. What are we doing here? On a laptop. Whether, if it's a gaming laptop or not, I'm not sure. You can always, give me 1 second. Let me swing this thing around, I think. You can always turn down the graphic settings. I run everything on Ultra. And I used to run it on Ultra when I had my Alienware with a 2080 Super. This is American Truck Simulator. What's the hardest city to go through? I don't know. I don't think one is harder than the other. They're all kind of the same. You are an adult. This is what you do with your time off, playing video games. Grow up. Oh, Dean. I gotta remember your name, Dean, so I can look at your profile and see what you do with your free time. But yeah, it's midday. I've been working for more than 8 hours. All sorts of other stuff. And I'm not sure why there's requirements for free time based on your age. I mean, I see a lot of 70-year-old gamers on Twitch. And as long as you're taking care of what you got to take care of in life, I don't know. I don't see the harm in it, but... So, BK, the only thing I find difficult that I don't like the windy mountain roads. Very slow-paced. Get stuck behind traffic. Alright. Alright, let's check this out. Sly, you're a gamer. You drove trucks. You wouldn't play them. Yeah, I don't blame you. If I drove a truck for a living, I don't think I would want to play this game either. Very similar, you know, I don't play software developer simulator. So I totally understand. Deltoid, I have 3 BenQ 32-inch curved at 1440, and my 4th is a Samsung Odyssey G5, also at 1440. All right. You know what? I'm going to take this quick cable reel. It's oversized. I don't get to back them in, but it's only about 5 minutes long. So let's go check that one out real quick. So we're going to bobtail over there.
Time to get the job done.
Refresh rate 144. I don't see. Where'd your name go? Deltoid, yeah, 144.
Please to me.
There you go. So now we got our DD60 back. You'll hear the difference for sure. What's round below my shifter? This is the Thrustmaster Warthog. This is the joystick, but you can see it's got threads on it, so you can pop it off when not in use. So because it interferes with my shifter, of course I keep it off when I'm not flying.
Turn left. Go straight.
You can, BK. There's a mod called Coast to Coast. And the only reason I don't use it, it's just different. It's not, you know, the graphics, they're not the same. It's not as detailed. Bro, just go drive a real truck. What are you doing right now, Zachary? I'm just curious. What do you do for fun and hobbies? Do you go bowling? Ever go to Topgolf? Do you want to be a pro bowler and golfer? What's up, gamer? How you doing? All good today. A little busy, was running late before. You go outside and enjoy nature. So what, because I play a video game for an hour-ish or 2 a day, I don't go outside? Are you my neighbor? So I'm confused though. Are you in the woods right now, enjoying nature, harassing people on TikTok? Is that what you consider a good time? Or are you sitting on your toilet bowl right now doing it?
Turn right.
Yeah, gamer, I was out last night. We started watching a movie, which we have to finish up. I kept hearing about it. It was called The Menu on HBO, and the little bit I saw before I fell asleep was awesome. So we're gonna watch it tonight. That's the name of the movie, gamer. It's called The Menu. Yeah, it's on HBO. I'm pretty sure it's HBO. We started watching that, and then we've been watching White Lotus on HBO, which probably my favorite series, besides like Ted Lasso, that I've watched in the last couple of years. Really freaking awesome show. But let's stop talking about TV, because video games, TV, all very childish. We got to get out and enjoy nature and touch grass.
Keep right. Exit right.
All right, we got a minute or two before we pick up this trailer.
Turn left.
So I forgot to roll back the time to morning, so this job might get dark. We might head into nighttime, but it'll go quick, and then I'll switch back. Bree, what's up? I didn't see you here. Matt, do you get any kickback with the wheel? Yeah, it's called force feedback, and you do. This is a Fanatec Podium DD2. I don't know the, 25 Newton meters, whatever it is, but I keep it way dialed down. It's more of a racing thing. I also have feedback in the seat. I have a seat mover, Next Level Racing V3 motion platform, but I don't use it to drive. Wesley, you got your Eaton Fuller shifter. Are you using the Eaton Fuller, shift pattern? I started watching some tutorial videos on that, so I have to install my new shifter in the coming days. And once I do that, I'm going to give that a shot. I want to try to level up a little bit, instead of this basic amateur shift pattern that I'm using here. What shifter did you buy, Wesley, if you don't mind my asking? I'm using a sim panel now, which is cracked. So I bought one of the ones off Amazon. It was like 150 bucks, close to the price of this. I figured I'd give that one a shot. Can't hurt. What happens if you crash? You build up damage in the form of a percentage. And yep, gamer confirmed, DD2 is up to 25 Newton meters. And I don't think I've ever come close to that before. Pretty sure I've always had this dialed down to 50%.
Keep right. Then turn
Face reveal, so I really can't do that on stream
right.
because my camera is behind me. I guess I could turn around, but I've got my face up on TikTok somewhere. Just go through my videos. You'll see me. And then you could go to my YouTube. I did some old video reviews, where you could really see me. Do you have to double clutch? You do not. You have the option to double clutch. I try to float.
Safe and sound.
All right, here we are. Let's get this trailer attached. So this one's going to be super quick, 38 minutes game time. Probably less than 5 minutes to actually get it done. And then I'll change the time. Go to a new state possibly. You do not get pulled over, you only get fined. Engine in the truck, Lanban, a Detroit Diesel 60 series. So far, gamer, I'm 1 of 1 with no pull-ups. But we'll see. Hopefully I didn't just jinx myself. Luckily this one I don't have to back in. And you know, I was watching something yesterday. Why are we... Oh, this is heavy. So yeah, you can totally feel the difference in weight. 66,000 pounds on this cable reel. That would might have messed me up a little bit yesterday is using the cab over it first. You know, the wheelbase difference, like you get used to one. But that might just be an excuse. Yep, flowing. It's American Truck Simulator, PC only. Unfortunately, no console. Yeah, so Wesley, I was talking about that on stream the other day, the ATS accessories. There's 2 problems with that. So the button box I don't care too much about. Yes, theirs is nicer, but you know, this one is fine for me. Believe it or not, I like the basic look a little bit better. Theirs are a bit too busy. The problem with the shifter is that while that shifter is beautiful, and I would absolutely love it, the Jake brake option on it, I guess those shifters, they can't get them anywhere. They're out of stock, and they're like months and months to get one. So if I did order one, I could only get it with the splitter and the range selector. So I'm trying to decide if I care about the engine brake on here, because I do mostly use the knob on the button box. So once I can get over that, I'll probably order one. I do downshift, Steven. Kinda. I'm working on the floating down. So I just Jake brake it, brake, and then, you know, it's a general downshift into whatever gear. But I'm not downshifting or floating down gear by gear. You crossed the double lines, you didn't stop. Yeah, I know. Just keep in mind, chat, you know, I'm reading the chat and responding, so I'm not always looking at the road. Probably looking at the chat 70% of the time. So as long as we don't crash and we get to the destination in one piece, I'd say we should consider that a win. No, Benny, it's just a hobby. This is, you know, gaming. Gaming, you know, Call of Duty, all that sort of stuff. This is just, driving simulator, trucking simulator. You have a question to ask. Go for it. your quality is super slow, what do I recommend? So what do you mean your quality? Give me 1 second. Yeah, we're getting off here.
Right.
Do you mean your quality is low, or is the game slow?
Go straight.
So if the quality is low and your GPU and CPU can handle it, go into the graphic settings and bump up the quality. Start off at ultra, you know, see what happens. I have Windows HP PC. Oh, it's running slow. If it's running slow, then you're gonna want to dial down the graphic settings. So if you're on ultra, you know, lower it. I would go down, you know, 1 notch at a time until it runs the way that it's supposed to. And if it doesn't, even at the lowest quality settings, it could just be that your system can't keep up with the game. I don't have too much experience with that. I have a RTX 3090 right now, but I used to run this fine on a 2080 Super.
Turn left.
So Andrew, RTX 3090, Ryzen 5850X. Whoop. 64 gig of RAM. What else? That's pretty much. That's it. I have a video on my PC build up, and also in my parts list video, I have the full PC specs in there as well. Uh-oh, I'm gonna clip this car. Yeah, we're gonna clip them. Oh well. Oh, we made it. That was surprising. So you have 16 gig of RAM. I don't think RAM plays a huge factor as far as like individual programs go, right? I'm no big PC guy, but I don't think it matters too much. As a matter of fact, like when you look at recommendations to build a gaming PC, more times than not, they're recommending 32 gigs as 64 is kind of overkill. So I'm gonna guess if you're not running much else, like, you know, you don't have OBS running or browsers, you should be good. It is, Andrew. Yep, I have 4 displays. Triples for the game, and then a 4th up top for miscellaneous things. And I've really been looking at those new LG ultra-wides, the 48-inch. I am so tempted to
Now drop the load and go.
get rid of my triples and get one of those. So I used to run an ultra-wide, the 49-inch, and what I didn't like about it was the height. Those ultra-wides are very short. But these new LG 48s, I think you gain about 4 inches compared to the traditional Samsung 49s. I was also looking at the Samsung Odyssey Arc, but I don't know, I'm not fully sold yet, so. All right, we're here. So TikTok, if you could do your thing, I'd appreciate likes and shares. I'm gonna get this one dropped off, change the time, pick up a new job. Oh, I didn't get lit up green. Let me pull up. I might as well earn a few more bucks, right? Your stream runs good on 16. Yeah, I'm not sure, Wesley. I'm sorry. I wish I could be a more help. You might want to hop on Reddit. It's a pretty good resource. You know what? Should we keep it short again? I think I'm going to keep it short again. I'll do concrete tubes. Again, Phoenix to Phoenix.
Drive safe.
So this one is an hour away game time, so it should take us about 5 minutes to get there. And gamer, the TIs are the better versions, right? Ronnie, to change the time, you need the developer console in ATS. So just Google search ATS Developer Console. And basically you're going to edit the ATS configuration file. I think there's a line in there that you edit, and then one line that you have to add to it. And it's really that simple. Then to activate the developer console, you just hit the tilde key, like this. See that thing come up on the bottom of the screen? But just be careful when you're using it, because, you know, it kicks you out of gear and stuff. Then you can change time, you can quick travel to locations, change the weather. And there's some other stuff you could do in there too. I'm just not sure what it is. Just be careful if you do advance the time, you know, you're taking time away from your job. So always make sure you change the time before the job. So if you have 3 hours remaining to get to your destination and you advance the time by 6 hours, well, you're 3 hours late. Can I do night with rain in Texas? So here's what I'll do. I'll meet you halfway. I'll do the rain, but I won't do the night. How's that? And the reason is the nighttime for the stream, it just doesn't make for a good stream. It becomes super dark. You can't see all the detail. Get this one picked up, dropped off. I'll quick travel to Texas. We'll turn the rain on. What's up, Robert? Good morning. Do a top speed run. So we're doing 93 and 94. Oh, this is sketchy. Ooh. See that Magnum cut me off? I love those cars, those Dodge Magnums. I had a 2006 Magnum SRT8 when they first came out. It's one of my favorite cars. But I got stuck on the railroad crossing during an ice storm. And yes, I had the green, the gate wasn't down. I got stuck and I got hit by a freight train. So, that car was totaled out. 978, gamer. It's been pretty slow this week. I'm usually in the thousands, but it's been pretty slow, and I noticed that it wasn't just me. I've seen some of my other... some of the other creators out there pretty much the same this week. So I don't know if it's a holiday thing, back to school thing, you know, who knows. And yeah, I'll tell you, when you get hit by a train, even when it's not your fault, you know, something, well, I guess it's my fault, right? It was an accident. But, well, maybe it's not, because they didn't clear the track, so, but whatever, nonetheless, it's a pretty big deal. All sorts of, I don't know, state and government agencies come out to make sure that you're sober, that it wasn't terrorism, all sorts of crazy stuff. You know, I guess because a lot of people could get hurt in a case like that, so it's really scary experience at the time.
Right on time.
Alright, let's get this loaded up. So you know what I'm going to do, TikTok? I'm going to ask for those likes and shares when I get this loaded up. We're going to take concrete tubes from Phoenix to Phoenix. Not very exciting, but that's where we're at. Josh, I am playing American Truck Simulator, available on Steam, PC only, and the official name of these setups is called a racing simulator, flight simulator, driving simulator, but they're more commonly known as racing sims. So it's made up of the chassis that holds all the parts together, a PC or a console, depending on what games you play, of course, wheel and pedals, and then whatever accessories, you have a seat, of course, and then whatever accessories you want to run. What's up, Wolfman? How you doing? Your name is Jerome, right? Yeah. It's hard for me to see the usernames in OBS. They're so tiny, and I don't know how to increase the size. I have, Robert. We just did one. When did we drive the job right before this? We did an oversized, not with escort vehicles. What did I do?
Let's go.
I'm good. Busy today, but good. Smokin' Dave, I do float. I float up only. I'm not very good at floating down. You can double clutch if you want, but at the advice of many truckers, floating is the way to go. So that's what I stuck with. Plus, I think it was easier, at least for me. I tried to do all this without a big learning curve. You know what I mean? It is a game after all, so I didn't want to go crazy, which is why I avoided the Eaton Fuller 18. Yeah, Smokin' Dave, I don't know if you can see the pedals, but they're all down there, all three. Clutch, brake, throttle. So, Samantha, I don't know. I don't really... So when I get involved in hobbies, I always go pretty crazy. I guess my first one was kind of simple. I had a Next Level Racing GT Ultimate with one 32-inch display. I was building it for flight. Then I bought a wheel and pedal set because I figured then my kids can use it for when I wasn't flying, they could drive. Once I discovered all this crazy sim racing stuff, I got rid of all the flight stuff, and I went crazy with the sim racing, so I upgraded to the GT track. Then once I upgraded to the GT track, I already had a lot of parts. You know, people were telling me endgame is the aluminum profile. I built this. But I kind of did whatever was needed for this at once. I bought all the displays at once. But then over time, I upgraded things like the pedals. I bought better pedals, added the flight controls. So a little bit of both. And if you want to, anybody wants to start out in this hobby, you don't have to do this. You can buy a wheel and pedal set for a few $100s, bolt it to your desk. They come with clamps. And that's it. You're good to go. You just want to make sure your pedals don't move. So if you put them on the floor, you know, you're going to want to put something down just to make sure they don't move. The clutch and the brake should be used to stop. Yeah, public, I hear you. Like I said, I don't float well down, so I use the clutch. It does, user. So we actually have a rev limiter in this one. I'll show you now. So let's drop it down to 15th. Let me go down a little bit, 14. So you hear the rev limiter? So like I said, Dominic, I keep it simple. I use the range plus splitter. So it's 1 to 6, I split. 7 to 12, I hit the range. 13 to 18. I do not use the Eaton Fuller at this time. Does it restrict the shifting? No. So there's nothing actually restricting the shifting, right? The physical movement of it. In the game, though, I don't know. Let's see. So we're in 16th, right? Let's try to downshift to what? 12th? So no, it let me go into it, and I stalled out, I guess? No, we're just at 3,000 RPM and nothing's happening. So I don't know what that means, how that translates to real world, but... Yeah, gamer, that's what a trucker shared with me the other day. to hit the throttle and then downshift during a float, and it worked. The problem is I have so much muscle memory built up for the way that I use this, I have to get out of those habits. And I don't think I was blipping either. I feel like I was revving a little too high. And it, I don't know, it just didn't sound great, so I've got to work on it. Whoops. So yeah, muscle memory is a real thing for sure. Real world, I would have sent what? Parts to the moon and back? Why? Because of my stopping techniques? So here's the air horn. And somebody wants to hear the Jake. Give it a second. I'll hit it once we are about to turn. I mean, how can you say that doesn't sound amazing? Whether or not you like trucks, I mean, that's, I don't know. That's just a very exciting sound. Alright, chat, we are here. This one should be pretty easy, so TikTok, if you could do your thing, I'd appreciate some likes and shares. And then we are going to quick travel to Texas. Whoops, way too far up. Turn rain on. Somebody wanted to see some rain. I don't know if they're still here or not, but we'll do it anyhow. And then take a job, and that'll probably be it for today. I was just running a little late, so I don't have too much time today. Oh, don't hit this trailer. Oh no. I'm gonna have to fix myself here. I already messed this one up. What's up, Mark? How you doing? It's like, what is it? Sometimes it's tricky to get these things straightened out. I don't feel too bad, though. Remember when I was younger and I worked at the airport? Watching all the truckers, especially the younger guys at the time, come in with these and have such a hard time backing them in. Those poor guys used to panic. And then the old school truckers, oh man, they'd really give them shit. Alright, chat, we should be good. And if I'm missing your messages, it's hard to read them when I'm doing this, so you might have to repeat yourself. They would have probably lit me up green for that. I just wanted to straighten out a little bit. Alright, we are good. Oh, we need fuel. I have like no fuel whatsoever. Sorry, chat, excuse me. Sean, it's from a bunch of different places. It'd be easier if you just looked at my TikTok profile, watched my parts video. Which I don't... There we go. We've got one right near us, so... This will take a minute or two, but we'll get there. So any truckers in the chat? I mean, what's the norm for pull-ups? I mean, do you guys get embarrassed if you have to like pull up 2, 3, 4, 5 times? Are you getting out to look what's behind you? What's that process like? What do you mean, Mark? Convoy? If you want a convoy, just join my Discord. Whoops. I'm in process of setting up some profiles for trucks with limited paid mods, so I can convoy with people, and they don't have to spend money on mods. Well, they will have to get a few mods, like John Ruder's trucks and whatnot, but not all of the activated mods I have in this one single profile. Oh, okay. Yeah, so if you're in there, I'd say by next week, probably sooner, this weekend, I should have that all set up finally. And then I'm going to post something in there. I'll probably create a channel for Convoy. And then we'll, you know. Oh, okay, it's you, Donovan. Cool. You actually sent me my reminder before that I was late. Because I got tied up on the phone and it slipped my mind and I totally forgot the time, so thank you for that. Can I show you how I have the dual shift in the settings? You're gonna have to wait, I'd say probably about 20 more minutes, maybe 30. Once I'm ending the stream, I'll be happy to go into my settings and show you what I have set up. I just don't want to do it mid-stream right now. I don't, you know, the rest of the chat's not gonna want to see that. All right, wait a second. Let's quick travel now. Meet Rex. And let's go. Wipers. Map. All right. So Christian, my sim was a bit expensive only because of all the different parts I have, which are not necessary. I do have a video up on TikTok, all pricing listed in there. But like I tell everybody, don't focus on that. You can build something that looks exactly like this for probably a quarter of what I spent. And possibly cheaper if you already have, you know, a gaming PC. EM, we are in John Ruda's W900 Highway Killer with a DD60 for an engine. And chat, I turned the rain on at the request, you know, of one person that I saw ask for it. I normally turn it off, so let me know if it bothers you. Oh, I didn't look. I should have looked. But I think the rain should be okay for the stream as long as it's not too dark. Let's put our lights on. So I can't tell if my lights are on or not. I don't see my dash, my gauges lighting up. Alright, I think they're on. Can you play GTA with different modes? I don't know. So I don't think GTA supports a wheel and pedal on PC. I could be wrong. I used to play 5M, and I did a bit of research on it, and I think you have to use an emulator. And an emulator is basically something that emulates like an Xbox controller to a different device. But that was super convoluted. I just, you know, what do they say? The juice wasn't worth the squeeze? Something like that. So I just gave up on it, and I played with a controller. Ghostman, I have three 32-inch curved at 1440, and then my fourth display is a 34-inch curved at 1440. The three are BenQ, and the one up top is a Samsung Odyssey G5. What graphics do I play? You mean the settings? Everything is on Ultra. Steering wheel is a Fanatec Podium DD2, which is the wheelbase, and this particular steering wheel is the Fanatec Club Sport V2. And then this rim, the wooden rim, is from Amazon. 70mm bolt pattern. I don't know, I searched for a trucker rim, but all this is linked up in my link tree. Johnny, the game is American Truck Simulator. PC PC only. You could download it on Steam. What time is it? 1:30 already. Jeez, they flew. So I'm gonna have to make this one a quick job. I do have to get back to my desk sooner than later. Whoa. So I don't know if you noticed right there. You probably didn't. I felt it sliding because of the rain. And it's very easy to wreck in the rain. Yeah, give me a second. I will hit the Jake brake, and somebody wanted to see the outside. Try dropping gears with the Jake on. Yeah, I'll do that. So let's hit it now. I'll keep it dialed down a little bit. See, I just blipped the throttle and I can't get into 16th floating. So I guess I have to hit it a little bit harder. You're only using the Jake with one gear. Yeah, user 59. Again, it's a muscle memory thing, but it does sound a lot cooler doing it that way, downshifting into it. So do trucks have the adjustable Jake brake like this, the dial? So when I hit the button on here, it's Jake brake 100%, I'm assuming, right? Like this. But when I activate on the dial, I can increase and decrease. So can you increase and decrease in a real truck? I've got 18 gears in this. What's your name? Kids Bop? Kids Bop. Some have 10, 13. Yeah. Yeah, and this particular game supports even fuller 10. Maybe it supports 8. 8, 10, 13, 15, and 18? Can we power brake it? Let's see. Oh, I think we just spun the wheels. That was exciting. Never did that before. Going up ahead. All right, let's see what braking is like in the rain.
This is where it ends.
Not bad, I guess. All right, chat, let me get this loaded up. So TikTok, if you could, I'd appreciate those likes and shares as I'm doing this. It'll just take me a minute to get it loaded up.
Now go.
The likes and the shares, they help the stream, according to TikTok. I feel like sometimes they do, sometimes they don't. All right, there is our waste paper. The GPS is creepy, yeah, public. That is called, Doug Raspy. So you've got Doug, and then you have the Raspy version. I've always kind of used this one. I don't know why. I might switch it up, though. I like the Granny one. Problem with the Granny one is she's just a little too low. So gamer, I think the rule is if you don't have your indicator on and you turn right on red, you will get a fine. But if the indicator's on, you should be good. It doesn't always work that way, but more times than not, I think that's how it works. But most of the time when I say stuff like that, I'm kind of guessing. So don't take my word for it, but I think that's how it works. Am I set up on a gimbal or is my seat static? No, so I do have a Next Level Racing V3 motion platform, but I don't use it to drive. I just use it for flight. You want a 0 to 60? I'll try to. Let me get to the next straight, and we'll see how that goes. No wonder why you guys, what? Of the new age can't drive and cause pileups or casualties in the snow. I don't understand, Luke. Are you implying that a simulator causes people to not be able to drive and cause pileups and casualties in the snow? Is it only the snow? What about the rain? What if it's sunny out? But I'm gonna disagree with that. I think simulators would help people. I think what the problem is texting and driving. And to be honest with you, where I am in New York on Long Island, I see a lot more older people than younger people texting and driving. Like a lot more. Oh, show you the outside. Yeah, sorry, I forgot. I got a terrible memory. So there's the outside. Oh, we're rolling backwards. You can see the button box windows work. They're also automatic. See? Look at that. We have beacon lights. You can fully customize all your beacons. All right, let's go. Yeah, don't get me wrong. I'm sure there's plenty of kids that text and drive, but whenever I see somebody driving erratically, I'm always curious, or I always look to see what they're doing, and they don't hide it. You can see them, you know, even if you're behind them like this on their phone. And unfortunately, some people don't learn, you know, until there's some consequences involved, which sucks. You should be able to take a job being in a parade? I don't understand what that means. The heck did I just run over? Alright, so we're gonna get on here. We'll try that 0 to 60. Where are we headed? Good question. Abilene? Abilene? Something like that? Do I use the simulator to teach? I do not. Just a hobby, just for fun. Alright, here we go. I'll let you know when we hit 60. Whoa. Almost sideswiped that person. We're just about there. 50. Can I keep the camera on the outside? I don't like driving that way. Alright, we're at 60. I don't know how long that took, but we're there. I'm a first-person driver, so if you want to see somebody play this game in third, there is a guy that streams late afternoon, about 3:30 Eastern. He plays Euro Truck Simulator, sometimes American, and his username is Back to the Basics. I don't know the exact spelling of it, but it's, you know, back, the number 2, the basics, and I think he spells it with a Z at the end. I'm not sure, but you'll find him. Just TikTok search Back to the Basics, and I'm sure he'll come up. And he's mostly in third person. Next time try skipping every other low gear. Yeah, so the only time I skip, I go from 1 to 6. It is a modded truck, Kyle. This is John Ruta's W900 Highway Killer with a Detroit Diesel 60 series. See, I just can't float down. Yeah, downshifting with the Jake brake, that's where it's at. I mean, that sounds awesome. That's just as exciting as, like, being in a Dodge with a cam or something. Colton Thompson's W900. I have not, Kyle. Is that a free or a paid mod? Yeah, gamer. I was, so, first new car I ever bought was a 2005 Dodge Magnum RT. And then a year later, the SRTs came out, so I traded that for an 06 Magnum SRT8. And that one was totaled by a train, and I got an 07 Charger SRT8 Super B. And then I got rid of that one, and I got a 2012 Challenger SRT8, but it was a 6 or 7 speed, and I couldn't stand it. So I swapped that for a Charger SRT8 again. I don't remember the year. I love those cars. Very comfortable. Sporty. But I still always prefer the sound of a Mustang exhaust, and I went through a bunch of different setups on the Dodges. Luke, it's not, the gears are not based on the sim itself. It's based on the truck and the transmission that you select. So the game supports everything. There's the Jake brake. Oh, come on, what are you doing? And back to Luke, we are using an 18 right now. Basic mode, range plus splitter, 6, 12, 18. So 6, splitter, 12, range, 18. That's it. When do I stream flying? There's no real particular time for it. I keep meaning to do it at nighttime. Yeah, and then I get tired and whatnot. And I don't, but one day soon I will. I'm just not motivated to do it. Those streams don't do very well. The last time I streamed flight, I don't know, I had like 20 viewers. And to me, that's so much more exciting than this. But, I'll give it a shot again at some point. Do I have a real clutch pedal? I do. We have a clutch, brake, throttle. What engine are we running? The Detroit Diesel 60 series, a DD60. Do I drive in real life? I do, Dylan. I have a car, a scooter, a skateboard. please stop the truck. Why? Why do you want me to stop? Whoa, we almost sideswiped that little green shuttle bus there. No, I don't, Dylan. No CDL, no truck. I'm not a trucker. And you're asking again to stop the truck. We'll be stopped soon. We're going to be arriving at our destination in about 5 minutes or less. So we'll be stopped very soon. Do you have to rev to float down? Seems, it just seems so high to me. I mean, is that normal, truckers? Is it a high rev like that to downshift? Or should I be like, you know, fanning it more or tapering? All right, chat. Wish me luck. We're going through this detour. I don't care. You are revving up to, whoops, 500 only? No, I think I'm going like closer to 1700, it seems like. Are we there yet? Very soon. It's matching the RPM with the ratio of the speed. So, I mean, look, we're at 2,000. Screw that up. So let's go to 14th. So we're at 1,600, 14th, right? Float to 15th, we're at 1,500. And now if we want to get down to 14th, I'm in a little Jake, right? And then neutral, and then rev it. See, 1,500, 2,000. Yeah, so I had to go all the way up to 2,000 for that to work. I mean, maybe 18 would have worked. It's hard to get it to that exact spot. So yeah, it's definitely got to be over 15. Oh shit, we're gonna hit him. 15 for sure. It is not on Game Pass. PC only this game, available on Steam. Can we go full throttle? We pretty much always are. I don't think there's ever a point. Maybe I'm not. I mean, but just keep in mind these are not really designed for, you know, speeding or racing. We've got 36,000 pounds behind us, plus the weight of the truck, and we're full throttle right now. So Josh, I did build the sim. It's nothing custom. The chassis is from SimLab. It's a P1X. Everything comes with instructions. So it's not custom in that sense, but it is custom where you... Oh shit, see how much we're sliding from the rain? I'm just not used to that. Where you can customize it, you know, it's very modular. Please stop the truck. Yeah, we're about to stop it now. We're pulling into 3M to drop this off. Oh, 500 over the amount you were currently at to downshift. Okay, that makes more... Oh shit, sliding again. That makes more sense, gamer. All right, TikTok, we are here. So listen, if you could, I'd appreciate some final likes and shares. I'm going to get this dropped off. Once I do, I'll shut everything down. I'll pull the camera back for TikTok so you can see the full rig. And then, that's it for today. And Twitch, Gamer, I'll see you later. I'm going to stop the stream once I get this dropped off. Hopefully my OBS won't crash today, because my video from yesterday disappeared. See, these I don't like, because we gotta swing around here. And sometimes I end up jackknifing myself, and I get stuck on the trailer. And I don't know how to get out of that unusual situation. See? It's like, I don't know, what would have been the proper move for this one if you have to turn around? I mean, you don't have many options, right? You have to turn around this way. If there's no space, there's no space. We almost hit that poor janitor. What is my Twitch? Same username. So I stream on Twitch at the same time I am Oh no, we're gonna definitely get stuck here. As I'm streaming on TikTok, again, same username, and then I do upload all these streams to YouTube. I try to do it same day. Now you see my wheel shaking because of the trailer. And now we're gonna take out that. Yeah, this one is gonna be above my skill level, I think. I'm still gonna give it a shot, but I might just have to rage quit this one. So we'll see what happens. Wish me luck. Do I have a sleeper? It is. I'll show you when we get back in. Give me, I want to say a minute, but at this point that's not very likely. Yeah, I don't have, personally, I know there's experts in here that can do this no problem, but for me, I just don't have enough room. So I'm going to try a pull-up or two and see what happens. I probably should have just come in and went to that corner instead. I think would have been better. Yeah, because now I'm in a weird situation where the trailer is facing the opposite way of where I needed to go. Oh, wait, hold on a second. Let's see, we might get it here. This might not turn out to be all that bad. I might have to pull up one more time here in a second to clear this 3M trailer. So let me do that now before it's too late. And then we should be good. I'm a trucker in real life, and it's way... What, Dylan? It's harder to back the trailers in on ATS compared to real life? Assuming that's the case, like, you know, technically we'll say. I'd have to imagine, though, that the nerves in real life would... Oh, no, don't hit that trailer. Would make it so much worse. I mean, I would be so stressed out. You know, especially if I was messing up. Oh, all right, we're good. We're green. I'm just gonna leave it like this. I'm not gonna worry about it. So here you go, chat. There's Rex. Somebody wanted to see the sleeper. We still got Gary's wife back here. Those of you that don't know Gary, he's a viewer of the stream. I'm not sure if he's here today. He's a lurker. Beacon's off. Drop the trailer. No kidding, Dylan. I'm surprised by that. I'd like to get some other feedback on that.